Welcome back to Hollow Knight with Brian. Last time we fought Hornet and managed to get this dash upgrade, which lets us just kind of dash across places by pressing a button. It's called the Mothwing Cloak. We can dash in the air as well. And with that movement capability, there's probably a number of new places that we can get to that we couldn't easily get to before. There is still a whole lot here in this area of Greenpath that we have not yet explored, and some of it is down below us, and so I'm going to just start by heading downwards and trying to explore some new areas and see what we can find. And so far, it's most of the same enemies that we've seen throughout this area. Oops. Alright, fallen down a bit. Alright, these little bush monsters can cling to the sides of walls. But they're still not that too hard to deal with. That guy is kind of hovering over the edge and just fell off. I see some Geo over here, as well as another one of these bush monsters alongside the monster corpse of one of the shooty guys. And it looks like there's more to explore downwards, so let's head that way to start. Now, if I take a look at my map, it looks like it will go kind of circle back around to the right, and so I may try to head back that way next. Because I kind of prefer to, I don't know, kind of like fill out all the way behind me before I go too far forward. And okay, so with this, alright, if I shoot him once, kind of all the leaves disappear and he goes running the other direction, and then I can hit him with Vengeful Spirit in order to finish him off. So that's a good strategy against those guys. There's another way up over here. This one does not appear on my map, so let's go exploring into the interior of this region. Let's see what we can find. Try to see if we can fill out maybe all of Greenpath, or at least all that appears on this portion of the map in today's episode. We'll see how it goes. Gotta wait for that guy's corpse to explode before I move forward. There are some thorny bushes there on the right that look like it would be unpleasant to touch them, so let's try to avoid them. Alright. And nothing else is too threatening over here. Oops. Alright, this guy runs off the ledge, whereas the other guy does not. So let's be wary of that. Go ahead and heal up from the little bit of damage that we took. Alright, but so far this is pretty straightforward. Haven't seen any secrets. I don't know if I'm missing them. Oops, hello. Alright. What I am missing is the ability to preserve my own life. So let's work on that. Can I jump across to here? Couldn't tell if there was a ledge there. It doesn't look like there is. I think I did see some Geo above me, which I'll go try to get in a moment. So up here on the left, I think I see some Geo. Yeah, I do. One of those Geo rock clusters. And it just occurred to me, I'm pretty sure in the previous episode there was a place in Greenpath where I was near death and avoiding monsters, but I had heard... Okay, I'm taking a bunch of damage needlessly again. I had heard a captured grub that needed rescue, and so we'll have to head back to one of the earlier areas of Greenpath and see if we can manage to find and save that grub. Alright, there's the Geo. And at this point I'm climbing up towards 300 again. And I think there's at least one other thing from the known shops that I'd be able to buy at that price. And have I circled back around to where I'm on the map yet? Yes, I have. Okay. So we're back up here. If I go back to the right, there is a bench. But since I was just talking about it, I think possibly I know where the grub area was. So I'm going to try to head back up to the left and get to the area where the grub was. I'll just go ahead and leave him behind. And we'll go ahead and use Vengeful Spirit to kill off both of these guys. Because I think it was just kind of over here and then up a little ways. Yeah. I'm fairly certain it was just 2 screens away from here, where I heard the grub. Alright, so we'll kill some more bad guys. Alright, you need to die. Quit shooting at me. There we go. Let's make sure I pick up all the coins before I leave the screen. There we go. Alright, and so was it here? No, it was one screen to the left, I believe. However, there is the cocoon up here, and so let's actually go visit the cocoon and get the extra life hearts. I believe these things regenerate each time you sit on a bench, And so if I defeat the little cocoon, I don't even know what you call them, the little blue dots that come out of the cocoon, I get the extra 2 lifeblood hearts. And so I think, yeah, I think I just heard the grub somewhere to the right over here. Yeah, I can see him, and he's guarded by another one of these guys. So let's see if I can do a better job than last time. Alright, got one of them. Right, I have the dash now, which means I can dash in to attack, which will actually be helpful, I expect. Ouch, I should have dashed out of the way to avoid an attack, though, too. Alright, I lost my lifeblood hearts, and I should have dashed in right there. Alright, there we go, dash in. Got 1 hit. Ouch, alright, I should have seen that coming. Oops. I was trying to dash over him. Instead, I was dashing through him. Yikes. Okay, let's go back up here where he can't hit me. I don't think he can hit me from here. Just in case he can. Let's get out of the way and heal up. Ah. Good times. I don't know if there's a way that he telegraphs very well whether he's going to go for the 1-strike attack or the 2-strike attack. I suppose it might be the case that in between the 2 strikes I could get in a shot anyway. And so I should just always, always try to, after shot number 1, get an attack in. Yeah, that seems to be the strategy against him. There we go. Okay, he's been defeated. I can rescue the grub. Hooray! And I get a fair amount of money from that as well. Alright, and then on this screen, there was still a bit more that I didn't explore. Ouch! Okay, another one of these guys. Over here, I don't know. Let's maybe come back to him when we have more health. And instead, actually, I've got 335. Let's go ahead and use the stagway and go. Oh, hello. And get killed by a monster along the way because I'm too busy about thinking about where I want to go. All right, managed to kill that guy. That gives us some more money. Yeah, I want to go spend some of my money. And since the stagway is right here, it's a very quick trip back to shops. And so let's go do that. Alright, so with 343, remind me if Sly had anything that I really wanted to buy with the shop. With 500, we could get another mass shard. I could buy a stalwart shell. And so those are both some possibilities to think about. More time to recover when taking damage. Yeah, let's buy the stalwart shell. However, that one, as I recall, had a charm notch cost of 2. And I currently already have 2 of my 3 charm notches filled, and so if I wanted to wear the stalwart shell, I would have to take something off, and I'd forgotten all about the soul catcher, which gives you more soul from striking things with your nail. But to wear either of those, I would have to take one of these off, and the compass is really good for navigation, and the gathering swarm is really good for picking up all the money, and so I'm actually not going to put one of those on just yet. It just so happens that I happen to know somewhere where we'll eventually be able to get another charm notch. And it's somewhere that we kind of just caught a glimpse of last time, but we didn't have the mobility to actually get there. And so the next place I'm going to go is back to the Forgotten Crossroads, so I can show off where there's another shop that we didn't manage to quite reach last time. So let's go ahead and hop on the bench over here. And basically, I want to go kind of down and to the right, where there's a bench marker on the map. And some of you may remember from the previous episodes what it looked like over there. But if you don't, you're about to see it once again. Alright, let's grab some money and head on down. So, let's see, down and to the right. Yes, so I go down this way. And we might as well fight enemies along the way, because I do want to be building up my money, because I will be wanting to spend it. There was a cell well up there, but I don't really need it right now. Another nice thing about having the dash is just that it allows you to move more quickly along areas where there really aren't many enemies or different things. So over here, you recall we saw this and could hear someone chuckling or something. Previously I couldn't make it, but now that I have the dash, I can actually dash over here and make it to this bench as well as into this house. So what do we have here? Ooh, you surprised me. Hello, hello. Come in, sweetling. Come in and make yourself at home. I'm Salubra, and this is my cozy little charm store. Did the townfolk out there tell you to come visit me? Yes. This is a lovely little village, isn't it? Warm and intimate and full of life. So this is charm lover Salubra. And since she's a charm lover, I bet you can guess what she's going to sell. What were we talking about? Oh yes, charms. I can see you've started your own collection. Very nice. I'll show you some of my own, and you can take one home with me if you like. All right, so Salubra sells various charms, as well as charm notches. This is a special item for those who love charms as much as I do. Once you own 5 charms, I'll gladly sell it to you. You'll only need 1 more. Keep collecting. And guess what? There is 1 more that we can buy, and furthermore, it's 1 more that has a notch cost of only 1, which means I could put it on right now, even keeping my other charms. It's called Steady Body. I love the simple design of this fellow. Very classy. It's made out of a nice, solid, heavy material. Wear it, and you'll be able to stay firmly in place when swinging your little nail around. So let's go ahead and try that one out. And now, if we had 120, we would be able to buy another charm notch. And so I would definitely like that, because the more charm notches you have, the more charms you can wear. And the more charms you can wear, the better shape you're in. So really quick, if I hit the wall, you'll notice that I kind of just get bounced back from the knockback that my character takes. And so if I put on Steady Body, which is our new charm that we just bought, and now go stand against the wall and swing my sword, now I don't get knocked back. And so that's what that charm does. Kind of useful, but I bought it mostly so I can get more towards getting another charm notch, because the charm notches are super valuable. Alright, so yeah, let's go kill some more bad guys, earn some more geo, and also kind of retrace our steps through the Forgotten Crossroads, because it could be the case that now that we have the Mothwing Cloak and can do the dash. This is the little house where we found Sly before, but I don't think there's anything else in here. Now that we have the Mothwing Cloak and can do the dash, just like that, there might be other places that previously we weren't able to get to. In fact, I think there was... I have a vague recollection of where there might be a grub that I couldn't get to earlier. So I'll try to make my way back in that direction. I don't remember exactly where it was. Ouch. You need to go away. And I think actually there's a soul well here, and so I'll use some to heal up. And then fill back up on soul, just like that. That is great. And, where did I think I saw the grub? I think it's in that middle area. I'm doing that thing that I said I was going to try to avoid, where I just said that middle area, and you have no idea where on the map I'm actually referring to, because you can't see my finger pointing to the screen. Ouch. Okay, let's heal. And strike a few bad guys. Ouch. Alright. Undo the heal by taking damage. Yikes. Okay. I'm not doing well right here. Ignore the segment. Pretend you never watched this. I'm a better player than this. I promise. Oh dear. What was I saying? Right. Trying to identify locations in the map. I think I know where I'm trying to go. Rather than try to point it out on the map to you, I will just try to get there. It's basically here, and then I'm going to go up to the left. And is it from here that I want to go to the left? No, I think I want to go 1 more up before I go left. That was that little secret area where we found the grub in an earlier episode. And, darn it, I thought I was going to be able to avoid that guy's shot. Oh, I walked right into that one. How embarrassing. How embarrassing for you, that is. Why are you choosing to watch this video when you could watch someone better play the game? It's not embarrassing at all for me. Alright, from here, yes. This is where I wanted to go up and then left. So let's try that. And we'll find out if I was remembering correctly or not. Oops. I almost dashed straight into that guy. Be careful with the dash. It will sometimes encourage you to move more quickly than is prudent. And the dash, I forgot to say, you can only use it like I'm smashing the button as fast as I can. So it has like a cooldown of, I don't know, a half second or so. So I was thinking maybe it was around here where I saw the grub earlier. But maybe I'm misremembering. It does look like there's a way up there, though. Perhaps it's over on the screen? In any case, we're killing bad guys. Oh, there was a grub up there, and I did manage to lure a guy that I was able to pogo off of, or I took a damage boost or something to get up there. Okay, that was the one I was thinking of, but I've already rescued him. Right, I used that guy in order to do it. Oops. And so, where else should I go? Are there other places that I might be able to take advantage of the dash? Well, I think it might be the case, yes. We definitely rescued some grubs in Greenpath and have not been back to the grub father to collect a reward since then. So let's go visit him once again. So he's up at the top left of this area. And I have a moment that I can heal here, so let's do it. And take opportune times to kill bad guys when they're in range, but I'm not going to bother trying to kill every little guy who's flying around in here. But let's see what our reward is for any other grubs that we have rescued. I don't remember if we rescued 1 or 2 since last time. Looks like 2. Alright, great. And with that, another 71. That brings us to 227. How much did I need to buy the charm notch? I don't remember how much it was. I should have been paying attention to that, because that's the next thing I would really like to buy. I think I'll take a different path around, but I think I'm going to circle back around to where Salubra is, and see if we have enough money to buy the next charm notch. And in this area, when I have the dash, is it going to open up anything back through this path? I don't recall that it will. But we'll check that out as well. Is there anything that I couldn't reach over here before the dash? Doesn't appear so. This is just the Temple of the Black Egg, so I don't think there's anything to see here right now, so I can just dash on past. And there might have been something at the top right somewhere over here that I couldn't get to before I had the dash, possibly. There's nothing up there, it doesn't look like. That might be what I was remembering. And yes, I played through this game and watched others play the game, but the map of the whole world is quite huge. What was over here? Oh yeah, there was a grub that we rescued after. Actually, you know what? After fighting this guy, and this guy is relatively easy to beat, and he gives a lot of money, and so since I'm here, I'm just going to take advantage of the opportunity to kind of farm him for money. And, right, he hits for 2 damage rather than just 1. So one must be careful when taking blows from his big club, because you might die. Oh gosh! I'm so greedy. Alright, and now my soul has all of my money. We can see it up on the top right of this map, so I need to go back there in order to get my money back. Something I didn't mention, I think last time when I died, and we first got a chance to see your shade that you need to kind of re-kill, hello, in order to get your money back, is if you die along the way, basically if you die twice in succession, then your money will be lost. And so that's the way that you can lose a lot of geo if you're not careful. So die once, and you can still go collect your soul. Die again before you have a chance to collect your shade, and then you'll lose all your money permanently, and have to start again from scratch. And so that is something we need to avoid, most definitely. It should be kind of straight up from here in order to get back to where I'm going. And I think I know the path, and I don't think it will take that long. But I'll keep you with me, since there's always the danger that I could die along the way, and that would have tragic consequences, but would be noteworthy for the Let's Play, and so I would hate to do that off camera. So instead we'll make sure we keep things on camera. But the enemies who are along this path are all kind of straightforward, easier enemies who I have encountered many times before, so I don't expect it should be too much of trouble. Yeah, I just need to go right up here. And then I think the next screen over here is where we just died. Let's go ahead and kill these guys. Get the geo. It is the case that any geo I've collected now, I currently have 31 it looks like, will be added to the geo. I need to go up and then right. That my shade still has on him. Alright, so let's go up here. And I should be able to fight the shade without aggroing the other monster in this room. There we go. Alright, so the shade had my 245, and now I'm up to 276. Okay, great. Alright, and so I'm gonna try to be a little bit more careful. Okay, maybe what I should do is just be happy that I have 276 money, and head back to Salubra and see if we can buy the charm notch. I had very little problem with him the first time around. And then Yeah, I don't know. I got too full of myself or something. Started playing poorly. Alright. But yeah, I think the charm notch, I think it was only like 150 or possibly 300, but either way, we'll probably have enough money by the time we make it back there. And so let's hope that is the case, and I'll be able to buy a charm notch, and then we could put on one of our other charms that costs... Actually, I currently only have 2 health, and there is a bench right over here in the stag station. So let's take advantage of that to fill up really quick. There we go. That way I keep all of my soul rather than having to spend it on healing. Yeah, I want to definitely keep the Gathering Swarm on and the Wayward Compass on almost at all times, at least in the early game, because they're just tremendously useful to have on all the time. And so having a 4th charm notch would allow me to equip some of the other ones that cost 2 charm notches to actually equip. So that is what I'm looking forward to. Alright, and so let's go back up to Salubra's right here and see how much that charm notch costs. Yes, it's only 120, so I'm going to buy that. And then I still have 160, which is not enough to buy anything else at her shop right at the moment. But now, even though Steady Body was kind of nice, I was mostly just wearing it because I had the room, but I would prefer to put on either Stalwart Shell or Soul Catcher. Stalwart Shell increases your invincibility time, and given that I've been taking a lot of damage recently, let's go ahead and put that one on. I think that could help me out moving forward. And let's just try to get a sense of it. I'm going to intentionally take some damage. Yeah, you saw me kind of blinking there for a few extra seconds, and I was able to run through the other guy. So that at least gives a sense of kind of the invincibility time when I have this particular charm attached or equipped. And so that should help me out. And at this point, I guess most of the unexplored paths still lie back over in Greenpath, over on the left side of the map. And so I think I'll pop over to the stag station that's right over here and ride the stag over to Greenpath, and we'll continue to explore over in that direction. Because right now, Greenpath definitely still has a bit that's unexplored in the bottom, as I recall. And this animation right here of riding the stag, I still just think is like great art. I think, from what I understand, kind of like pretty much all the art in the game is kind of like hand-drawn kind of art or whatever, which gives it a very cool style. And then there's just so much like these little leaves that you can swing at that then go flying up. There's a lot of beauty in this game, I guess is what I'm trying to say, the long and the short of it. It looks like to the bottom right is kind of the directions that I want to go if I want to explore new places here inside Greenpath. So I think I'll try to head in that direction. Ouch. And apparently take a bit of damage along the way, because that's how I do. Alright, let's actually heal up some of that damage, and immediately take it again. Alright, let's try that once more. And this time we'll try to be a little bit more careful, shall we? Oh, look, Geo. Hooray, I went down the right side last time, I suppose, and hadn't gone down the left. So we'll take that. I think I did come through there. Right, and I remember fighting this guy here before. Because I was thinking to myself, if I hit his shell, and then I could run past it before it has a chance to explode. Ooh, here's one of these plants coming off of the ceiling. And they're, once you know their location, they're relatively easy to defeat. And I think they give a fair number of coins, too. 220 goes up to... yeah, just 229. Alright. Only 9 coins. I was thinking it was a little bit more for killing those guys. Ooh! Oh! There's another one of the plants, but I hit that and it just opened the gate below me. So I guess this is another direction that I haven't gone, because I don't remember having seen that gate before. So let's head down this way. And where are we on the map? I see, we're getting down into what looks like it's going to be another one of those thorny areas. There's another one of the plants. You can actually see, like, the little light green leaves. So they actually do have a visual indicator of where those giant plants are. So if you're keeping your eyes very peeled, you'll be able to see where the dangers lie. Okay, lots of thorny bushes over here. I want to go to the right, because once again, I was trying to kind of explore back the ways I'd come before I go too much farther into the future. So let's go right, and then I could either go up and right or continue right. I think I'll go up and right next. So where was the upward connection over here? Yes. So last time I came over here, I went straight up, and this time I'm going to go over to the right, and we'll be exploring a new place. Alright, and I can run past this guy. I didn't get a chance to collect my coins, though, by running past him. Ooh! Fireflies. Alright. As you might guess, the electric charges... Ouch. Will hurt you if you touch them. The thorns also hurt you if you touch them. So be careful. Alright, but our dash gives us a way to get through here. Ooh, okay. It's turning into a little bit more of a challenge. Let's make sure we time things right. Great. And that's probably a shortcut back. And there's something glowing over here. And if you listen very carefully, you can hear that these things give off like a high-pitched hum. And so sometimes you can listen for these. Thorns of Agony is a new charm. That is actually, it's a pretty nice charm, once again, for someone who takes a fair bit of damage. And I will show it off in just a minute. I just wanted to make sure I was going to be safe coming back out of the room. Can't put it on yet, because we're not at a bench. Senses the pain of its bearer and lashes out at the world around them. When taking damage, sprout thorny vines that damage nearby foes. So basically thorns, kind of like you might think of it in Minecraft, but it's kind of a limited area. And so if you get hit, kind of everything nearby and surrounding your character will also get hit by damage in return. So it's kind of a damage return thing. I find it can be useful during boss battles because it's very rare to have a boss battle where you're not going to get hit. And so basically it just kind of like turns some of the attacker's damage back against them. Or at least that's my logic. But yes, that's going to be a useful charm. And so at some point in the future, I expect we will equip it. Okay, I think I can hop down here and kill this guy. And is he guarding anything over here? This looks like the kind of place that a secret might be hiding, but apparently it is not. So let's continue to explore more of this way. The rest of this room, it's kind of filled in on the map, but the map kind of fills in room by room for the most part, and so I have not actually explored this area. I don't believe. So this part is new to me, and then there was something above here, possibly? Or maybe not. Is there any way that's up through here? There's Geo on ceilings. That's a reason to come up here. Hello. Maybe it's just the Geo, though. I see, I can use my dash to catch back up to that guy and hit him as he tries to run away. Okay, that's useful. Got a tiny bit of soul by hitting him that way. And there's some Geo down below me, so this is definitely a place I haven't fully explored yet. So right over there, I want to get to the Geo. There's probably something guarding it. I see the plant. Alright, let's just trigger it. And I think it takes 4 strikes with my nail. Kill off the plant. Great. Extra Geo for me. And yeah, once again, I'm managing to accumulate a fair amount of Geo. And at this point, we have 2 shops where there's still a bunch of things that we can buy. There's Saluda's Charm Shop, as well as Sly's shop up in Dirtmouth. And so accumulating all of this Geo will be useful for buying charms and other items. Let's see, over here, I guess I still haven't explored any this way, and so down isn't even on Cornifer's sketch of the map. And if you're looking carefully in the background, you'll notice that this stone has an icon of a bench over on it, and so if we go over in this direction, what do you think we might find? I'll give you a hint. It starts with a B, and it ends with an H. It's a bench! And so let's actually take a look at the updated map. We've filled out most of it. There's something near the entrance over here, just kind of up and to the right, and so I'm going to circle back around that way. But having the bench is very nice because it means if we do die in this area, it will not be very far to travel back in order to retrieve our shade so that we don't lose all our money. Not that that would ever happen to me. And I'm pretty sure if you go off screen like that, the enemy's health is all reset. So I have to hit this guy 3 times once again. There we go. And it looks like he's guarding something over here. Yes. Alright. So hidden area with another one of these things to read. Those who stray from the White King's road shall face the laws of Un. So yeah, there's another reference to Un, as well as one to a White King. And over in this direction, what do we have? Alright, kind of a big room that will also branch out to the right. Okay, don't fall in the acid on the bottom. Don't fall in the spikes on the top. Don't fall anywhere, basically, seems to be the theme of this room. Unless you want to take a lot of damage. Alright, there's a soul well, but my soul is all filled up right now, so don't worry about that. Where is the exit to the right? Over here. And these are just kind of foreground and background elements, but they look almost like teeth or fangs. And now the music goes silent. What will we find over here? Is it a boss? No. It's the hunter. Tiny squib, you approach, fearless. Are you a hunter like me? Do you feel the urge inside to stalk, to kill, to understand? Then take it, my journal. It will aid you. At first, the text may seem difficult to discern, but a learned hunter will come to understand its words. Venture to the depths of this land and slay its beast. Prove yourself worthy to bear the mark of hunter. And so we get the Hunter's Journal. Alright, press inventory to open the menu, and then navigate to the journal pane. Defeat enemies to add new entries to the journal, and decipher the Hunter's notes. And so if we go and take a look at that... here we go. Basically, we can see all of the enemies that we have defeated, and then the Hunter's notes about them. And yeah, if you read the Hunter's notes, basically he doesn't think a lot of these monsters. But basically there's an entry for everything that we kill. And then it's also the case that, for example, Weeping Husk, it starts out with an initial entry after you kill one. And then at the bottom it says, defeat 19 more to decipher the Hunter's notes. And so then there's a number of them that after you defeat that number, you get some more text about each of the enemies that you have defeated. But basically here are all the things that we've encountered. Shade is particularly interesting. Echo of a previous life. Defeat it to retake its power and become whole. Each of us leaves an imprint of something when we die, a stain on the world. I don't know how much longer this kingdom can bear the weight of so many past lives. So, that is what the hunter does. He gives you a journal that's kind of like a bestiary to keep track of all the monsters that you encounter. You have overcome a few creatures, but you are only just beginning. Don't delay. Descend into the belly of this world and hunt down the life you find. And so perhaps, if we defeat enough creatures and return to the hunter, he'll give us some other reward. I'm actually not sure about that one. But in any case, that gives us a way to keep track of all the monsters that we have fought. And since this thing just fell down, it fell down onto a bed of spikes, and so it gave me a safe place. So I can go down here and here to kind of jump across this spiky area, and that turns out to be really useful because there's a grub over here. Hooray! Alright, so we saved another grub. And, alright, there's one of these, I think he's called a squib or a squint or something. If I defeat him, I forget if the most recent enemy you defeated will always be the enemy that's currently selected. It is not. I think it's only when you get a new one. Squit. Charges at prey with its needle-like proboscis. Alright. So occasionally, if I want to refer to various monsters by name, I can find out what their names are by looking in my hunter's journal. And so, for example, this big leafy guy is called the moss charger. Timid creature that frighten away intruders by covering itself in a huge clump of moss. And I'm pretty sure there's one of these guys just over here. And we've kind of seen it, but I haven't kind of called it out before, that basically he's kind of just a little guy covered in a giant clump of leaves, and the first time you hit him, you get rid of the clump of leaves, and then you actually have the little guy that you can attack. But in any case, there's an exit out the top of this room that I think is going to be over this way. Alright, let's kill this guy. Ouch. Get back out to this exit, and I guess I can go ahead and break this down. Ooh! It's like bouncing up and down on his corpse. Alright, that's another little minor UI bug that I don't think I've ever seen before. I don't think it's intended to behave that way. I'm curious if I go out and come back into the room, if that'll just be on the ground as it's supposed to properly be. Let's take a quick peek. Yep, now it's just on the ground. Okay. Ouch! Silly Brian. Taking damage for no reason. Alright, so I think we are near the entrance to Greenpath once again. Not quite the entrance. Right. I wasn't able to make it over here before. Right, because this was in the way. And now I can chop that down so I have a way back. So now from the entrance, we can kind of get down to that section much more quickly, because we have kind of a shortcut back. Okay, so that's great. That will help us out. And there still is an area up at the top of it where I've been into the room but haven't kind of explored, because there were some of those difficult bad guys. Ouch. Whose names I also forget. And I might want to learn their names. So let's go back up there. It looks like I have to go kind of to the left and then up in order to get there. To the room that I am remembering. And yeah, I have to decide, do I have any other particular goals for today? We managed to get to Salobra's shop. We now know a bunch of different places that we can spend money, or a bunch of different things that we can spend money on. Let's see. Oops. I missed my jump. Oh, can I not jump up that high? Can I jump here from here? No, because then I hit my head. So I guess I have to go around this way. It's a bit more dangerous. Let's try not to fall in a pool of acid. Fortunately, there aren't any flying monsters trying to knock me off here. And yeah, there's another bench up here, so I'll stop by the bench so that we have some added measure of safety in case we die, and then try to do a little bit more exploring in one room. Let's kill some of those little baby birds for no good reason. So here's the bench, and on the map, actually it was a bit farther away than I thought. So perhaps this will be a good place to go ahead and finish up this episode. I think this episode might be a little bit shorter than the previous ones. But yeah, we managed to survive a few deaths, kill some new bad guys. Oh, right, they're still to the left of where I fought Hornet. I went back. Let me actually, so I remember to go there for next time, let's make our way back over to the bench at the Stagway, and the next time we can continue further past where we fought Hornet, because that's kind of the main path forward. So that's where I prefer to go. We can make that jump now that we have the dash move very easily. Still can't make it all the way up there, though, without some help from either another platform or kind of pogo jumping on one of the squits. Oops, yikes. Okay, did not mean to fall down there, but that's actually a good thing, because there's bad guys down here and a pile of geo that I never got. Hello, pile of geo that I never got. Get in my belly. Hooray. Alright, so that was a fortunate accident, because I did not see the geo down there before. And... right, I remember kind of like the changing environment over here, as we made our way over to where we first encountered... I can't tell if it's just the music, or if I hear the sound of like another shiny object somewhere, actually. And it's kind of persistent, so it might just be the music, actually. It's always important to kind of be on the listen for hidden items in this game. Alright, so from here... Yeah, I think I know where I need to go. Back to the left over here. I don't even need to bother to fight you. I can just get around. Oh, interesting. I did not even hit him with my nail. It seems like if you simply get close to this guy, he does this little orange cloud of smoke attack. I don't think I realized that. I thought he only did it in reaction to you taking a swipe at him. So I think I just learned something about one of the monsters. Despite the fact that I've already fought him many times before. Yeah, I'm going to skip the cocoon, because basically I'm just going to go to this other bench that's over here. And save the game, and then next time we will continue on past the room where we fought Hornet and go even further into Deep Nest. So, that's what we will look forward to. I hope, as always, that you guys are having a great day, and I will see you again soon with more Hollow Knight. Bye-bye.